Hello and welcome back to another episode with Panda Raf and Mr. Tango. Yeah, so today we're talking about some exercises that you can do if you are starting off in the massage field. These are very basic exercises. I think just about everybody should be doing these. So these are not exclusive to massage therapists. Anybody with a body should be doing these types of exercises. This is part one. Part two is going to get into more massage therapist specific exercises. So stay tuned for that. What we got here is your very basic deadlift that we're just going to start off with, right? Just picking something heavy up off the ground. That is a very good exercise, however you're going to do it, whether it's modified with a hex bar or some dumbbells, or maybe you're picking up a big rock or a sandbag, whatever it's going to look like and whatever name you're going to give it, it's important. I like the deadlift here because I think it's intuitive, even though it can be somewhat technical. It can allow for a straight back, where sometimes like something with maybe a sandbag doesn't allow for that as easily. So this is a good one here. You're going to see that my legs are a little bit wider than you might normally see. This is what's called a sumo deadlift, sumo stance. I like it because it's going to place more emphasis on the hips versus the low back. And what you're going to see here is kind of like braced myself as I went through that, right? You kind of saw my arms rotate a little bit, and all I'm doing is I'm bracing the spine, right? All I'm doing there is I'm making sure that my spine is going to be real tight as I pick this weight up. I'm just supporting it. I'm also going to be holding my breath for a big part of this movement here, oddly enough. But again, it's all to support the spine. If you ever have any trouble or any issues or questions with any of these movements, you should reach out to a personal trainer. Hi, I'm a personal trainer. I could help you out with some of this. But at your gym, you should definitely book a few sessions with a personal trainer just so you have the basics down. Really, you should. And this is one of those, as it's a very beneficial exercise, but keep in mind that, you know, with anything, if you do it wrong and you hurt yourself, then you're taking steps backwards. On to one of my personal favorites here. I absolutely love pull-ups. Love them so much. They're just fantastic. Now you're going to see, although I love them, I'm not very good at them, right? I have to step on this band right here to give me some support as I'm doing the pull-up. Now there's this variation where it's just a horizontal band. I've also seen the vertical band where you're stepping into a loop that way. I don't know why. I like this version a little bit better. Maybe it's because I've seen too many videos where that band snaps up and gets somebody in the crotch or something like that. I think that's probably an irrational fear that probably doesn't happen too often, but it's never happened with this. So I'm more comfortable with this setup. Pull-ups they're incredible. They're amazing. I love what they do for the lats and for the shoulders, and just having your hands overhead like that and doing movements. It's not something that's normally that we do in modern society all the time. So it can be a really positive thing for the shoulders and for the back, because you have to keep in mind those lats are going to attach to your mid back and all the way down to your low back. Okay, so another one that I think is really good for everybody, but especially massage therapists. We're going to be inside the rack here, and we're just going to have the barbell, and obviously load this up with whatever you want. But we're just doing some wrist curls. Really important for your grip strength and overall forearm and wrist health. You'll see that I'm slightly bent forward. This is just to keep my hands in the bar from rubbing the front of my thighs there and like impeding movement. The back needs to be straight, obviously. This is a really light bar right here. This is like a 20-pound bar. I'll normally do about 65 pounds as I'm doing this. And it's very scalable. You go way higher than that. There are dudes who make 65 pounds look like a joke. But that is a really good exercise to just get comfortable with gripping something and to building the forearms up, as you're going to be using them a lot throughout your massage, obviously. So the next one here is also super important. I think that we, as a society, maybe place a little too much emphasis on the bench press, but as a massage therapist, you're going to be using your body weight a lot, but there is some pressing motions that you have to do, and it's just better that if you're already conditioned for it, right? So I think this is a really basic one to do. I think it's one that just about everyone can do. It's very intuitive. There are other exercises, though, that I think are more appropriate if you are massage therapy focused, right? A lot of stuff with cables that I think are awesome. A lot of stuff with dumbbells that can be really, really useful. But this one right here, I think is doable for a beginner, for someone who's just getting started. They just want to know that they have the physical strength to do a massage. This is great. This is fantastic. Now, let's go ahead and end with one more exercise here. So this is one of my personal favorites, the farmer's carry. It's really, really simple. You pick up something heavy and you walk with it. Now, the farmer's carry is traditionally picking up equal weights in both your hands. But you can offset this, obviously. In fact, you could do weight in one hand. That's a suitcase carry. You can do weight overhead, a waiter's carry. So you don't have to have equal weights on both sides. I find that it's a great introduction, though, to the practice. And if I'm at the end of a workout, I like to do equal weights on both sides. Just because my spine's tired and I'm looking to make it as a finishing move to like get anything else that I have out of the muscle, out of it, any other performance. But if I were to start off a workout, yeah, suitcase carry is the way to go. That unilateral load on the spine, it's amazing for it. I want to say it was Squat University, the YouTube channel, that had mentioned that weight in one hand, to have the equivalent load on the spine, you would need 5 times that weight in both hands, which is just incredible to me. So it's a great stabilizer for the spine. I have this really fancy hex bar, trap bar here. You don't need something like that. You could pick up a couple of dumbbells. You could pick up a plate and carry it in front of you even. I'm sure there's a different name for that, but it's all very beneficial and honestly, so simple. Like, you don't even need a gym membership to go do something like this. I'm sure you could find something heavy, pick it up, walk down the street with that and make it a routine. It'll be plenty beneficial for you. Well, thank you so much for hanging out and staying tuned. I really appreciate your attention. I'm going to come out with a part 2. Again, that's going to focus... Again, I'm going to come out with a part 2 that's going to focus on mainly just like arm health and shoulder health. And what's really important for the massage therapist, the grip type of performance. So that'll be coming out shortly, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for everything. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, or conundrums. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.